do you feel, Bob?
Rough, man. Oh, good.
Are you going to be driving today?
Maybe. We'll see if I can get my vision back or not. If I can see, I'll drive. If I can't, then I won't.
Hello everybody, episode 3 of Bob and Dan's American Adventure. We are currently on our way. Well, I won't tell you because we are going to save this footage for episode 4. But we've done so much for this episode. We've travelled through many different states. We arrived in Columbus, Ohio, and just while we're on the outskirts of the city, I decided to call one of my friends who lived there, Caitlin and Matt, and they even invited us to stay around theirs. Bob, what do you think of their house?
It was one of the biggest houses I've seen.
It was big, and they really didn't think so either, did they? They
thought it was average.
They were
That's
very humble about it. But yeah, the houses are very big here in America, and they did have a very nice house.
Very nice people.
Very clean, very tidy, very nice people. So thank you very much to Caitlin and Matt. We went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Where Penny works.
Yeah, from the Big Bang Theory. We had a great steak there, Steak Diane. So thank you to Diane who made that steak. And then they took us, Caitlin and Matt took us to
Cowboy bar.
A cowboy bar. Now, we were expecting to go to a cowboy bar a little bit later in the holiday when we got more into the deep south. But Columbus did have an offering for a cowboy bar. What do you think of the cowboy bar, Bob?
It was amazing. Great sound system, great band. It was, yeah, really nice in there. It reminded me of Jumpin' Jacks.
Yeah, that's where
used to work,
me and Bob met 15 years ago in a nightclub called Jumpin' Jacks. It did have a very similar decor.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the people. The people in there were all, maybe they weren't country, but they definitely were cheering when some of the country songs came on. We even did a bit of line dancing, didn't we, Bob?
Yeah,
I even got Bob on the dance floor.
I was dancing, line dancing.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of line dancing? It's easy, isn't it?
It's easy if you don't know how to dance.
And what was funny is Caitlin decided just to make up some line dances and see if people followed her. And they all did. And they were asking her, oh, is this the official dance? And she's like, yes, of course it is. Did you not know this? After a few drinks that night, we were a little bit worse for wear because actually...
no, I was.
Well, yeah, especially Bob hasn't had a drink for a couple of years now. So the next day, Bob was feeling a bit rough, as you probably saw from the little bit of footage I put at the beginning of the episode. We did have a huge traffic jam on the way out of Ohio into Kentucky, but we figured since the Americans' way of driving is pretty much just go wherever you want, we drove all the way to the front of the traffic jam and just pushed our way in. So we are stuck in traffic and have been here for quite a while already. We've cut a few people up to get into the right lane, but now we're here. How do you feel, Bob?
Still hanging.
He's still hanging.
But yeah, feeling a bit better than I was this morning.
What do you think helped you out?
Aircon.
Aircon, hot dog,
Painkillers.
Painkillers. Very good.
Drinking's not good, kids.
Yeah, don't drink. So we stopped a little bit early. We stopped in a place called Elizabethtown. Very nice hotel there. We had a nice dinner. We met at a hen party. They call them bachelorette party here. And they thought I walked to go to the bathroom. They saw me and she demanded that I get her more butter because I think she thought I worked there. So I just told a waitress, and when I came back, the hen was actually offering to butter Bob's nipples up for him, which was very interesting. But we had to go, didn't we? We were very tired that day. So we let them have...
We had a long day the next day.
We let them have their fun without buttering up Bob's nipples.
I did ride that little saddle for the horses.
You gotta swing your hand around though. Yeah! You gotta swing your arm around. Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
You did. There was a nice little saddle, so now you technically
can ride a horse.
Technically can ride a horse now, because that's all you need to do. Is you need to sit on a saddle that's 2 foot above the ground and stay there, and you can ride a horse.
That's exactly what I did.
Also, the American food, Bob, has been getting a bit heavy, isn't it? We've been eating a lot of stuff, burgers, ribs, and all sorts of things.
I'll take one of them from the old dip.
Bob's first experience at a blooming onion.
Blooming f***ing onion. I don't think it's called that though.
I actually wanted to take a break from the heavy food, so I ordered a salad one night when we were staying in Elizabethtown. Just take a look at this. I decided to have salad today. Look at my salad.
Fatty boy.
That's fried chicken on top of a salad. I've just been editing episode 3, and I realised you might want an explanation why there wasn't any more footage of Wolf Creek. Well, that's because if you rewind, you'll see that Bob was actually driving on the wrong side of the road, so I had to stop the camera very abruptly. Elizabethtown, we stayed there. We decided, you know what, let's go to Jack Daniels. On the outskirts of Nashville, you can visit the distillery. Now, this has been one of the highlights of our journey so far. Now, it took us a while to get down there. We were one of the last tours there. Our last tour guide was pretty famous. What was his name?
Dusty Dickens, so it's Dusty Dick.
I think it's something like that, yeah, Dusty, who's actually a descendant somehow of Jack Daniels, and he's actually famous from this advert.
This is Lynchburg, Tennessee, home of Jack Daniels. This man's name is Dusty Dickey. This is how many people know Dusty Dickey. This is how many people know that Dusty is not his real name.
So there you go, that was our tour guide, and here's a bit of footage of him talking now.
He didn't need a microphone.
He didn't need a microphone, here he is.
If we didn't drip it through that charcoal, then we would be a bourbon. What we'll do, we like to center that with 140 proof whiskey. And that's where we bottle the black, green, Gentleman Jack, Tennessee Honey, and Tennessee Fire.
But yeah, when we went into the Jack Daniels Distillery, we had a bit of fun. We chose the premium tour, which was only $22 each, and it gave us samples of the premium Jack Daniels whiskey as well. I always thought Jack Daniels was a bourbon, but I learned that there's too much corn in there. That's why it's called Tennessee whiskey on the front. And Bob, you didn't even know there was corn in it, right?
I didn't even realise there was corn in it, no.
No, there's corn, there's rye and barley.
Barley, yeah.
And that's how you make Jack Daniels.
And put through bun and wood.
There is a more expensive tour, but that one is pretty much the same, except for you get given a bottle of Jack Daniels and a private tour.
And it's 3 hours
anyway. So it's a little bit longer as well, a bit more private. But yeah, the most expensive standard tour actually is still a bargain at $22, considering you get 5 shots of premium Jack Daniels at the end as well. But anyway, we walked.
If you do go, everybody, make sure you get Dusty.
Make sure you get Dusty. Request the Dusty.
He is incredible. He's so funny. He's quick. And yeah, so loud.
He is, and it was very funny. And first of all, he took us to where they burn the wood, and that wood is burned into charcoal, and that's what the Jack Daniels is filtered through. And we actually went into the whole sort of process. They make their own barrels in the Jack Daniels distillery, and I would say, after smelling the inside of the barrel, that's what gives it its distinctive flavour, right? Would you say that?
Yeah,
you can really smell the Jack Daniels in the empty barrel before they put any whiskey in there. They had 3 big vats, different time periods of the fermenting process where they're boiling up the whiskey. He opened up the hatch at the top, and Bob took a big sniff. What happened, Bob?
It felt like he got punched in the face. I nearly fell over.
Boiling, fermented Jack Daniels, and sniffing it from that close. Oh, I thought Bob was overreacting, so I took a sniff. And afterwards, I could feel my cheeks warming up, as if I literally just had a shot of Jack Daniels. So it definitely did count as one of the samples as well. tried?
Gold one.
Gold, yeah, I think that was
definitely.
Gold number 27.
Or Sinatra was nice.
Yeah, my two
definitely.
favourites were Gold and Sinatra. But yeah, that was a great time. And after that, we decided to start driving again, headed towards Memphis, which was our next stop. And on the way, we managed to find a
dirty motel.
It was a very dirty motel. It wasn't too bad. The guy at the front was a bit strange, and Bob's bed had some blood in there, so he had to
Big
use.
sign on the door saying no soliciting.
Don't panic though, people. Don't panic, people at home, because we were well prepared. What we've done is we made sure that we stole the pillows and the blankets from the airplane and all the other hotels and motels that we've stayed in so far. So our luggage is getting pretty big right now, but at least we have plenty of bedding. This is when the dad comes out and kicks your ass. I've also noticed that they've got some funny signs around here in America too. For example, we've noticed a lot of English places, or UK places I should say, that are actually in America. We've seen about 3 different Londons. We've seen a Glasgow, a Somerset.
Oh, what about the Glasgow Somerset town?
Yeah, we've got Glasgow, Somerset, which are very far away from each other in England. Lancaster, we've seen a couple of those. So we haven't seen a Bournemouth though. And I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because if there was a Bournemouth, I'd love to go to it. But if there isn't a Bournemouth, it means we're the only one. We're unique.
In every way.
Which probably explains why we introduce ourselves and say we're from Bournemouth. Everyone looks at us very confused because they don't have their own version of that here as well. And that brings us to where we are now, but we'll save that for episode 4. Hope you're all having fun out there, and we'll see you next time on Bob and Dan's American Adventure. See you later.
Special shout out again to Caitlin and Matt for everything they done. They were incredible, and if I did offend them, I'm sorry, I was drunk.
Well, why are you worried you're going to offend them?
I'm not a very good drunk, and I understand that.
What were you talking about to Caitlin and Matt?
No, it was Matt and Troy.
Troy, yeah, Matt brought his friend Troy as well. What were you talking about?
I honestly don't remember. It was very hazy. I drank far too much.
You can get quite political sometimes as well, can't you? Talk about politics.
Well, politics wind me up because they're not worth it. They don't do anything for anyone, and yeah, I don't get on with.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching Bob and Dan's American Adventure. This has been episode 3. Tune in for episode 4, which will be coming in the next few days for you, and follow our journey. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
So we're just leaving the Jack Daniels Distillery now. Bob, how do you feel?
Very, very good. It's enjoyable.
And why do you feel so good, Bob?
Sniffing Jack Daniels cooking is good, and also tasting is good.
Bob's a little bit half cut, I think, but don't worry, I'm the one doing the driving. See ya.